Let's see if
Let's
anybody
do
else
this.
shows up. Hey,
I'm
let's see.
I'm expecting Ninja to show up.
Ninja,
Ninja
the real
Keller,
Ninja. No, probably not the real Ninja. There's some major streamers out there. I know. Ah. But hey, we've been doing this for what?
I'm getting.
Oh, geez, that would be a thing.
Hell yeah.
Uh, well, didn't he stop streaming anyway? But I mean, we've been doing streams more or less steadily for an entire year, which is quite something. I usually don't expect to be able to last that long. Is what she said. But yeah, we've been talking BattleTech and all sorts of weird things. Trying to not crap on CGL too much. No, that never happened. We always do that, unfortunately. Let's see if anybody other members want to join here. We've got Crab and we've got Tanky on right now. Someone keeps trying to get in. Ninja Killers. It is the new guy that you invited in. We can say hello. We'll see if his microphone and such starts working.
Muted.
Hello.
We've got summer sales coming on here. It's that time of year in Quebec where all the stores are doing their summer sales. I mean, I'm trying to think if it's worth driving to Montreal to get.
It's never worth driving to Montreal.
Yeah, I don't know what their discounts are this year. Last time I went, I bought more comics than I bought BattleTech. So,
dude, that was me yesterday. I went to I happened upon a store right there on my route in Springville, Arkansas, and I ended up buying Young Jedi. I think it's I Jedi by Michael Stackpole. I bought more books and non-BattleTech related stuff than I did BattleTech stuff at that store.
It happens to everyone. There's stores that are just better for that kind of stuff. I mean, wargaming stuff, 15% off. Basically, I'd save taxes going. Hello.
Yo, what up?
Finally. The massive thunderstorms have just pounded all their way through. I have been trying to, every time that you have seen me, it's been going, oop, reconnect, oop, reconnect, oop, reconnect. So I've been sitting here going, I'm not punching the right buttons, I guess.
Oh, I don't have the picture of the current thunderstorms going through the center of the U.S. that basically look like a massive eggplant. Yes, we'll say eggplant.
Yeah. Here in the Tennessee Valley, the weather is the full contact spectator sport.
It's been
I must have
slept
through it this morning.
Here. I have to say,
I must have slept through it this morning. I was, yeah.
This entire week in the 80s, sunny, no humidity. It's like perfect summer weather for this week. I am
now. Is that in Fahrenheit or Celsius?
80 would be in.
If it was 80 in Celsius, he'd be on fire.
80 Celsius is. You're dead. That's your dead temperature.
Your blood's boiling. It's at 100. Yeah, I mean, you just been hit with a flamethrower, a mech flamethrower.
Froosh.
Yeah, you would definitely not be in
in good condition.
It's like when they sit there and they say, "Well, we found so and so, and they were at the rave, and their body temperature was 108 degrees Fahrenheit, 8 hours after they died." You know.
Oh God. Worst thing is, I know what you're saying, and I know it's true that this kind of situation happened. Ugh.
You're in the right part of France, though. You guys actually get to have air conditioners up there. The people in France don't. So you guys get
Well,
to burn
that's
trees
because
and
they
all that
understand that
good
it really
stuff.
gets hot. I mean,
So
We're gonna burn trees over here just to where I run the cooler in the winter time, dude. Like I don't give a crap.
in a truck, I can understand. I'll be honest.
My
So
window does have my window does have a magnification effect on me, so it'll be like 20 degrees outside, and I'm rocking 60 because it gets hot.
yeah,
But yeah.
did I get it? There was a fly in my house. There's Fuble.
40 degrees
Hello.
C is very uncomfortable.
Yes, I've had that happen once in my entire life, but I mean, I've lived mostly in Quebec.
That is Alabama all the time.
So we have still a lot of U.S. representation on the channel. We do have some Canadians that show up every once in a while, me and Armor, and we've got a few British showing up every once in a while. I mean, I try to be open to people.
Yeah, you have an Aussie that shows up occasionally.
Oh yeah, we unfortunately have an Aussie. He doesn't really exist because Australia doesn't exist, but he's actually from New
internet.
Zealand.
He only exists if you believe he exists.
The Australians apparently have really shit tier internet despite being a developed country. So I think that's part of his issue. He never knows when he's going to be able to stream.
That's a problem.
I'm getting about 1 word and 3 from you, Scott.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm getting about 1 word and 3 from you.
I'm getting
Gadsden.
Good. All right. So as I was saying, we've been streaming for about a year overall. I don't think I missed. Did I miss any weeks since?
I think there was one.
Yeah, that's quite possible.
When you're back, or no, you did stream, but you cut short.
Yeah, I did try for a while to stream video games, but that just isn't popular. Unfortunately, art to say. I don't think I'd be able
on
to.
YouTube, it's not popular.
I mean, in Twitch is Twitch. So
yeah. You don't have boobs. Is what it is.
I unfortunately do not have boobs. And I'm not one of the top player in any, one category. I mean, watching top level speedrunners for NES games on Twitch is fun. And they don't have boobs generally. Well, sometimes they have man boobs, but that's different.
Boobs.
But seeing a guy beat Ninja Gaiden back to back, because he's grinding it just to see how fast he can go and, beating the game in 11 minutes, 30 seconds. And you're like, yeah, it took me 3 days to beat it.
I used to play with a guy who was one of the top ranked Monster Hunter.
Oh.
What's the stupid musical instrument one? The hunting horn.
Yeah.
Hunting horn. He would destroy things in like 3 minutes. It's like, what?
It's like, what are we even watching here?
Yeah.
I had considered World of Warships Blitz streaming, just because it's fun, but they recently I'm not going to say balanced because it wasn't a balance. They changed how the equipment works on the ships. So like take my Richelieu, for instance. I had it set up to where I had faster turret rotation, better rudder shift time, and better acceleration. And I basically ran it like a freaking heavy cruiser with battleship firepower. It was a monster. They took all that away, and now if I want faster turret rotation, I have slower reload time. They basically just enshittified the game overnight, and it's like, dude, I don't even want to do it now. Like, what would my stream be? Let's find the best gear to put on our ships and not make them be shitty. Like, it's just not worth it.
The best sea game that I have played is War on the Sea.
which one is that? Because apparently there's a ton of warship simulator games out there.
It's let me start it
My
up
brother,
here. Let's
my
see
brother
here.
had a turn-based one, which was actually quite cool. It was like
It's from Killer Fish Games,
Okay.
and it's called War on the Sea, and it's basically Operation Watchtower. And you have access to the American and or Japanese forces, and you either trying to capture Guadalcanal from either side. There it is. That's it. That's correct right there. There's a couple of mods that allow
Ooh.
you to go into the Java Sea area and
Ooh.
fight in Borneo and stuff, which would be right after Pearl Harbor
now
when the ABDA command was in place.
that's the one I played.
Uh,
Atlantic Fleet down there. That's the one my brother has that we
Yeah.
played every once in a while, which is basically the
Yeah.
same thing you're saying, but on the Atlantic side. I just want like all of it, put it all together, make a big bundle with all the ships, including the ships that were never released and never came out during World War II. I still want them. I want the Graf Zeppelin. I want all of those things in there, and just let us blow up ships
War on the Sea.
as much as possible.
War on the Sea allows you to mix and match your task forces. It's task force based, basically the way
Okay.
U.S. would have done things. It does not allow for more than 10 ships at a time in a task force, and the fighting is very clunky. You don't necessarily control them. Once you can order them to attack a certain thing, but you don't fly the airplane. You can fire the guns, you can drop the bombs if you want, you can drop the torpedoes if you want, but
Kind of like
you're not going to be behind the stick.
Yeah.
kind of
you
like
know.
one of the old. There was a Star Wars game where you controlled the capital ships and fighters kind of just did.
I mean,
Think
it
we're
is
about-
Dude, that
fun
would
to
be
play those
sick.
things. Probably, I mean, I would love those games if I had the patience to grind as I used to. I don't have that patience anymore. It takes a long time in all of those games. Well, not all of those games. The one you War on the Sea, what you just said there. This one here doesn't require grinding, so probably be a better
I
game.
learned to play it by watching Wolfpack 345.
Oh,
That's how I learned to play it.
Dude, he's great. I'm watching his stuff
Yeah.
on Cold Waters right now because I finally got Cold Waters and I haven't installed the dot mod
Yeah.
yet to be able to run Seawolf in the South China Sea.
I tried-
but
You
it's gonna be
dot
sick.
mod,
tried
epic
playing
mod, or
World
more
War One
stuff?
fighter plane games, but they are VR, and I'll just wind up puking my guts out.
God.
What was that, Armor?
Like for Cold Waters, there's dot mod, epic mod, and then there's
It's
some
like
more
First
sub
in
mod.
Flight and some other stuff, and it's just, I think it's IL-2, Red Baron's Flying Circus and stuff. I mean, they're great videos to watch, but if I had to fly that in a simulator style, I'd be flat on the floor.
Dude, VR is not for me. The kids have VR headsets. I've tried them. VR streamers can keep their VR headsets. People who like VR headsets, they can keep them. It's not for this kid.
I'm
We're
reminded
gonna
of
do a
that
quick-
streamer who kept breaking all of her VR sets.
Ooh, well, they're expensive too, so not a best idea. So let's have a quick look at how CGL's going in a way. At least look at what how Battletech is selling or what is selling. Top seller 1 year. That's my local store. Well, I mean provincial store. Let's face it. The top sellers are all the map packs, the battle maps. So that still sells fairly well, but I probably don't
They're
get
not-
a very good return on investment on those things.
The maps aren't bad at all, really.
Oh, they're great. I'm perfectly fine with them.
It's great to have that variety and whatnot. I like it. My brother just got the BFM Ice and Fire, or Lava and Ice, whatever. Ninja here took one look at the lava and said, "Yeah, I'm playing on grass."
Yeah, that lava map is a nightmare.
I'll have to
The
play it at
ice
some
map
point.
is not much better.
The ice map, I think I'd have a lot funner time on the ice map. The problem with the lava map is that one side on the long side is like a level 10 hill with lava streaming out of it. The other side is like flat with like some lava rivers. Like you're essentially fighting across no man's land to go. So if you deploy on the volcano, you're in the best spot to just rain hellfire down. There's no cover, there's no concealment. It sucks. But I had fun with it.
Only the dumbest mech warrior would choose to fight there.
So Clan Fire Mendril? Yes, that sounds about right.
Reminds me over at the battle pods in Houston, every now and then for fun, they'll run the lava maps and turn heat on. So everyone's just trying to stay out of the puddles.
You didn't miss much, Bravo Crunchy. We are just chatting. We were chatting World War II warship games for a bit. Now we're talking the horrible, terrible lava map. But I need to play it. I need to try it to see if how it works. So
I will say the kicker to it is you sit there and you think to yourself, like, why would anyone want to fight here? But recall at the Battle of Tukayid, when Comstar got to choose where they defended, they said, hey, let's defend this boiling mud hole area.
Yeah,
Let's force the clans. Let's force the clans with their really good heat sinks and energy weapons to meet us in the Devil's Bath.
I mean, what Comstar should have done is bargain to fight the battle at 90 meters.
Yeah.
They should have sat there and said, we're going to line up like Civil War soldiers at 3 hexes, and on the go word, everybody's going to push the button and everybody's going to fire. They should have done everything they could to close the range to point blank range. It's,
yeah.
Let's say how tough you are, Mr. Clan guy.
Crab,
We're
you
gonna
just
start
played
off physical attack range.
You just played the Devil's Bath, you said?
Yes, I just wrapped up the Steel Viper section of 2K campaign, and it ended at Devil's Bath. One of my mechs with full elementals fell into one of the pits and was insta-killed. Other one got kicked into one of the sulfur pits, knocked out, and cooked alive.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
there's unique rules
Yes,
for the
it is
hot
awful.
bath.
It is awful and hilarious at the same.
I mean, generally that's what
Not
Battletech
only
is.
that, but you have hydrogen sulfide that you'd have to deal with.
And
I mean,
of course,
hey, you know how people
and of course
like die
the
every
equipment was
year
smart
at like
and brought
Old
mostly
Faithful
cover tanks.
because someone tries to go swimming? It's like that.
Swimming in
Overtanks
Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, bringing other tanks on a map like this probably wouldn't be as bad, but then they're other tanks, so they're really fragile. So it comes
They're not
and
Is
goes.
it the Devil's Bath?
They're not
or is it
affected
another
by
one
the
that's
stuff.
just it's all narrow corridors basically through the canyon.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I forgot to bring jump jets for that purpose, so I got stuck in the canyons. And he was very smart, I will say. He brought a bunch of LRM carriers with
Thunder?
Fast 10?
the one Dagnabbit,
Yeah,
he had a
Narcable.
full variety of
Oh god.
munitions, and he just had these little hovercraft constantly spotting and tagging and narking me, just buzzing around.
Semi-guided.
You know, you could kill one a turn without a problem, but because he brought so many cheap units, I was just like, eh. But
So
my
exactly
In
what
other
other-
words-
Comstar did. He read their book.
Yeah,
Yes.
in other words, yeah,
It was
exactly. He
hilarious.
read
It
the
worked.
book and did exactly what Comstar did there.
I'm kind of sad. The Blood Asp. Okay, no, kind of sad and not at the same time because I pre-ordered that Blood Asp and I haven't
Perfect.
received it yet, and
worked
it seems to still be on
absolutely perfect.
pre-order. So,
That's kind of typical.
well,
Yeah,
they always
I think
receive
they're
their
gonna
stuff
do
late. That this store for the BattleTech stuff will always receive their store stuff late because they don't give a shit. I mean, compared to the my let's say now it's a medium-sized store. It used to be the smallest in Quebec for that company, but now it's a medium-sized store. I think they add 24 Armageddon box on
Oh,
launch
good
day,
lord!
and there was still 9 left last weekend. I mean, still pretty darn good.
They want $11 for 2 Savannah Masters.
They want $11 for 2 Savannah Masters. I'm not. That's the thing I'm not
Let's
buying.
pop over to Ironwind Metals here and see that cost me all of $2.50 each.
Well, keep in mind those
If
are
it's in
Canadian
stock.
dollars. We're looking at those Savannah Masters in Canadian dollars, though.
So it'd be about $4 per at Iron Winds. But you don't get the little battlefield support cards with your Iron Wind metal ones. Those you get the battlefield support card.
And
If
get
you
an
go to
Alpha Strike card,
Ironwind
too.
Metals, they sell you the minis at $40 per pound.
Yeah, but you have
Is
to go
that
to
what it is
Chipongo.
now?
Yeah, that's what Marchek did.
It's $40 a pound now. Okay, next time I go to Ohio, it might be worth it for me to detour there because
Yeah, I mean,
I've said it
was
before
like,
on stream. I've looked and seen where they're at. I can in fact get my truck there. They are in an industrial park.
yeah, I mean, it's like an entire battalion of Panthers for $40.
Oh,
I mean, I got out my scale and I was weighing things in milligrams and grams, and I was sitting there going, "Okay, when you go there, buy this." Buy
Argyle
this,
bringing up
and
that a
buy
Pegasus
this.
Overtank Ord is better than Savannah Master. Yes, but it's probably more
definitely.
expensive in terms of battle value. So let's look at
Oh, it
the
definitely
stuff
is.
that's not in pre-order. Alpha Strike, top seller, followed by Inner Sphere
Death.
Direct Fire Lance.
It's not that uncommon of a box, though. Like, everyone seems to have the Inner Sphere Fire Lance in stock.
It's not a bad one either.
Direct Fire Lance. It's the Fire Lance that people are having problems with finding. The Trebuchet,
Great at
Longbow,
Legion one.
Stalker, and Zeus box.
The Great at Legion one being higher is a bit surprising. Force Manual Mercs is selling fairly well, it seems. Kind of. It's not a great book, but it's not the worst one they've made. Let's see.
It doesn't.
A bit
I was
surprised
gonna
that
say-
Legendary Mech Warriors 3 is this high up.
Yeah, I just
There's
That's
sold
like
my
a
copy
one
of
and buy
that.
box.
You sold your copy of that one, Fubel?
Yep.
There's nothing I'm interested in there. It's all, stuff I already have dozens of.
Yeah.
It's a Mad Cat. It's a Mad Cat variant, basically.
And the hell.
Oh, there's a
Oh
there's a
God,
hell.
the Loki 2 is in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm
Which
not
I have
at all.
2 metal ones. So
Oh.
it was like,
No point
I like
in
Well, I
keeping
was-
that.
The Royal Griffin.
There is a Royal Griffin, yeah.
I'm not shocked to see Alpha Strike box as the #1 seller. Remove Alpha Strike from the equation. It's 13
good
freaking
minis.
mechs.
It's very good minis. It's basically, stuff to start your journey directly.
It's the only way to get the plastic Wraith and the plastic Pouncer. You get a Fire Moth. You get Locusts and Stinger. What is it? The Wasp, I think. I mean, you get some good
It's a
stuff.
very
The Atlas.
basic box.
The mechs cost about $7.75 a piece.
Yeah,
Probably one of
So,
the
I
best
mean,
deals
it's
you can have.
it's a hell of a buy.
Armored Combat is out of stock. Essentials
one's
at
shocked.
$31 for 2 mechs. I am not buying that box. That's expensive for 2 mechs.
I
Yeah.
remember getting that for 12.
The maps in it were good.
The maps are awesome.
I've got that.
Yeah, but in the
might
US,
still-
you guys got it lucky because it was at Target as an exclusive, right?
Yeah,
if you could
Yes.
find it.
Yeah,
I
I bought mine at
put it
Target.
in a Target
Decatur.
Um,
clearance sale.
Actually, there was a the first edition of it, where it was, I think, the Griffin versus something else.
Griffin
If you
versus
bought-
Vindicator.
Yeah, if you
No,
bought,
that was the beginner box.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we're.
No,
yeah,
Essentials.
bad.
The Essentials is
Oh.
the Target exclusive box.
okay.
That is no longer exclusive.
It was still a beginner box.
Yeah.
But
It was a Rifleman versus
Centurion.
Rifleman versus the Yinlo Wang Centurion. They actually did
Yeah.
the mini for
was,
Yinlo Wang.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the Legend Killer versus Yunlo
Which
Wang.
never happened. But you know.
Yeah. The same pilot piloted both of them.
I got yet another Rifleman and another Centurion. I was happy. I've never played them as either of those.
Mercs is down the line, and I mean, it's not.
I'm surprised it's not out of stock since it's. I don't.
Well, is it out of stock? It
is.
says privilege. There is one in Ottawa
Two
and one
copies.
in Pointe Claire. 2 copies. One in Ottawa, one in Pointe Claire. But
Because
I mean, I
isn't
could
it
click the
going
button and have them
OOP?
sent there. I mean, I can click the button and have it shipped to me, but you know,
Right.
shipped to my store, I should say. This one here is always a
Comstar
big
Lances
seller.
were good.
Comstar level 2s were fantastic. They've got one in Quebec. I almost feel like, you know, ship it to me. I almost want another one.
Do it. Yeah. Why wouldn't you want another one?
'Cause I
Like,
need
yes,
to
give me
paint
two.
'em.
Give me
Those
2
back
Black
in the day.
Knights. Give me 2 Sentinels.
2 Exterminators.
Give me 2 Exterminators and
2
2.
Islanders.
2 King
Yeah,
Crabs. Let's
you
go.
can keep the Exterminator. I want another
Mercury.
King Crab.
Exterminators, I think.
Hell yeah.
It's in my I'm gonna think about it box.
I will say, I think the reason the Mercenaries box hasn't sold particularly well, maybe it's just in your area, but like, so I don't know if it's in general, but the problem with it was we got this box off of the Kickstarter thinking, okay, this is going to have, it doesn't have vehicle rules. It's battlefield support vehicle rules. If anything, it's a good starter box for core rules when core rules drops. But the other problem with it was that it didn't actually have, and I get that, yes, Agoac has the actual mech rules in it. The kicker is, Meemaw, it doesn't pass the Meemaw test, i.e., Meemaw goes to the store and buys this box for little Billy. Well, little Billy opens it, and yeah, he's got cool little robots, but as far as the game inside is concerned, he doesn't actually have the rules for how to play the game.
I think one of the problems with it was actually that everybody that, you know, was desperate for it got the Kickstarter.
Well,
There's that.
Well, I thought the
got
problem
the
now is
Mercenaries
it's out of
Kickstarter.
print.
I did the Mercenaries Kickstarter and I did the Clan Invasion Kickstarter.
Did you get all your stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did not order
Wait,
super unbelievable stuff. I got pretty baseline.
we still haven't received
I
the
bought-
Wolf Dragon origin book.
Oh, well,
I was missing
That'll never come
fighters,
in.
and I'm salty about it.
Yeah, I just did the Mercenary kicks. I did $1 on the Clan Invasion just to get the digital stuff, and of course that was during COVID, and I was making money at the time. I really should have just backed it anyway, but I didn't. But I backed Mercenaries at the level where I got the LE box, and I ended up with a couple of extra goodies and whatnot. I got my Camachos Caballeros coin, so I'm a happy boy with it.
Battletech Beginner, they've got 3 in Quebec. That's also kind of out of print. So, and it's going to be even more out of print pretty soon with the new
Yep.
boxes coming out.
I would get Mercenaries box just one more time, and that's just mostly so I can have more Maxims.
Yeah, and it's not like
The Maxim is the star of the show in that box. It's not the Devastator. An argument can be made for the what is it? I think the Caesar's in that box as well. But the
which
real
is a
star of the
fantastic
show.
Mac.
Oh yeah. But the real star of the show
Amazon.
is getting the 2 Maxims out of it. What's up, Ninja?
Amazon has 4 Battletech mercenaries in there at $79.99.
Oof.
That's
Damn. And I'm not gonna have money for any of that anytime soon. Heck.
For me, it was the Star Slayer.
always
but that was-
always interested to see that the Art of Food is higher up on the top bestseller than combat manual Kurita. That's not a good sign. But
Oh,
a thing that we know, a thing that
no.
we knew is that it's higher up than Gothic, which is out of stock. Gothic is out of stock, and I don't think they will restock it because I haven't seen a restock for Gothic anywhere. So,
But don't worry, we're getting the plastic abominations soon. Trust me, bro.
Gothic is. I mean, that was a big thing when we started streaming talking about Gothic, and
Oh
this
yeah, it was.
this is deader than dead. It is.
Yeah,
Here's
that was
Tanky's favorite lance, the Inner Sphere Assault Lance, with the best assault mech of all time, the Hoplite.
Make it
I'm
make
trying to sell that
sense.
one.
I mean, there's 3 mechs I want and a Hoplite. That's how you look at this box.
Could you have
So what
not
do we do
picked
with the
me?
hoplite? Well, we just pry the pilot out and we just shoot him,
No,
and then we scrap the mech.
no. You have the Hoplite. Support the urban mechs. He's like an urban mech on steroid.
You know what it should have been? It should have been a charger, because then it still fulfills the scout role.
And it
And
would
assault lance.
have been the same price.
Well,
just about.
the thing is just they make this a box set like it's supposed to be a big deal, and there's like 10 Shoguns in the entire Inner Sphere.
That was really
You
my
know?
beef with that. The Shogun should have been. It should have been the salvage
It's a
box.
Clan
mech.
Wolf. It's a Clan Wolf mech.
Yeah.
No, Star
Or,
Adder.
it should say Wolf.
It's a Wolf
Dragoon.
Dragoon mech or
It's-
a Clan
it's a-
Star Adder mech.
For some
Yeah.
reason.
Yes, because
I
they
mean, the
should have made a
Goliath. The
box
only
to
time
go.
you ever hear about Goliath is
Wait. The only time you hear about a Goliath is what now?
in what's it? Cochrane's Goliaths in the first novel.
Who get owned by a
and
bunch
Delta
of light.
Company goes in there and smashes them up. I mean, the mech is terrible. I mean, it's a walking death trap.
I like the Goliath.
actually-
It's fun. It's got character.
It's got character.
This-
It's got ammunition sitting by itself in a torso, just waiting to explode.
What was
I
that, Crab?
I'm trying to sell that
A
box.
SLDF with the American Civil War.
Yeah.
That they should have done. They should have done stuff like that.
No, they don't want us to
This
play
was
into
the
fun
early-
eras.
If this
I-
was a Star League era Kickstarter, that would start Assault Lance. 100%.
Well, I mean, I ran the last stand of the Black Watch. What, a month or 2 ago?
It was about a month and a half, yeah. We had a blast,
Yeah,
dude.
2
You put
months
on
ago.
a great show with that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, they've got
We got it,
4 Gothic in stock at Midi Cosmos, which is probably the biggest BattleTech store in Quebec. They're the ones who I think hold the most, and they still don't hold Iron Wind medals, which is what frustrates me. If they had Iron Wind there, I would go there more often. They don't have a filter for what's top seller, unfortunately. So
I think Ninja, next time we do the Star League Last Stand game, I think I should by that point have all the grasslands, hills, and whatnot. So we'll have like a fully integrated 3D setup. It'll be real sick.
okay. And I think we should change
They've
some of
sold
the
out a
mechs
lot of stuff.
to put
Yep.
maybe a Dragoon or 2 in,
Oh,
and
100%.
maybe a Rampage in.
it's kind of they're sold out on a lot of stuff because the stuff's just not coming in. Mostly.
Hey, do they have a copy of the Battle Mech manual? You know, the predecessor to Core Rulebook and the
No,
book that
I do
get
not
this
think
if you're
so.
starting Battletech, but it's also been out of print for like 3 years now.
The place to go to that is drive through RPG.
Yeah, but if you want a paper
If you-
copy, it's a lot
Yeah.
harder.
I know, but I mean, for the most part, though, if you need any particular thing, you can just sit there and print out individual pages and stuff.
It would be
If
nice
you
if
need to do that.
CGL would get back to their promise of putting stuff up for pod on drive-through.
I remember.
Here
when they
we've got
said
the
that.
biggest. Here we've got the biggest scam that they've been running. $44.95 for 4 plates of Inner Sphere Standard that look like shit.
You have one in your
If
car.
they had,
I
they
just
had
clicked the
doubled
wrong.
it,
I clicked the button. I clicked the add to cart.
Sure you
rather
did.
than,
Yeah,
look.
sure you did.
There you go.
if you had doubled the number of troops in it, it might be worth it.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
If there was 8 in the box, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I mean that's just a cash grab.
Now I think well obviously their little roadmap of force packs they want to put out is kind of been
It's
nullified. It's broke. But I do distinctly recall that they were gonna start putting them 8 to a box, and it was gonna be like one box was gonna be like 4 Fenriers, 4 Fenriers, 4 gnomes, or something like that.
It was going to be like the vehicles.
Yeah, they were going to set them up like the vehicles, except it was going to be 4 of one type of battle armor, 4 of another type, and then the clan one was going to be like 5 of one type and 5 of another type. Like, dude, I would love to have give me plastic gnomes and plastic sylphs. Yeah, sylphs are retarded, and I've never actually seen anyone use a sylph, but come on. Battle armor that flies over and shits bombs on you? Like, let's
we
go.
just want to have them because it's funny.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's the stupid free story for the month?
I'm not even gonna check because it's gonna be terrible.
And real quick, tactically speaking, sylphs make sense as spotters because if you think about it, they're VTOL battle armor. They're still going to
Hey,
be.
Paint their
They're
still
going to be
haven't
plus 1
updated
to
their
hit
website.
for
Battle
battle
mechs.
armor.
They paint their battle mechs purple when they dance their battle mechs around a campfire instead of painting themselves.
One of those guys is no longer there.
Brett Evans, right?
Giving a self a recon camera.
The
Well,
fourth
this-
person should be fired, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, but it's not his fault that he's incompetent. Oh wait, no, never mind. This guy should be in jail. This guy is just cashing in checks. This guy is gone, and this guy should be fired. This is one hell of a team, guys.
Phew.
I mean, micropulse
Sylphs are
laser,
fun.
one-shot bomb rack. I mean, is there one with a recon camera?
I
I
wish.
wish. Okay, that's a sad thing to say. But I mean, you could probably swap.
Just
the
pop it up
bomb
to
rack
altitude
for one.
3 and have.
Just
I'm
float
hitting my
around.
spot now.
Just float around with a recon camera, and it would be terrifying.
I don't have it on me, but there's a picture of just like of I described it like this is what happens when you have like 2 points of self attacking a mech, not a poor bloody infantry, and it's a picture of like 12 bow fighters attacking a German sub chaser.
Oh, that's right. The 21st Century Lancer lance is available now.
Why is the ocean around that ship boiling? That's from all the bullets being fired at it.
With their iconic mechs of a Shockwave, a Jadehawk, a Stalker, and a Shadowcat.
The 21st Century Lancers. Yeah. Okay. Sure. That sounds.
Now,
I mean,
I just went to
the
Iron.
Stalker.
I just went to Ironwind, and they have like a Marauder 2 as their big Gen Con mech.
Yes, the Stalker makes sense. The other 3 mechs make absolutely no sense.
What was it? The Shockwave
Yep.
3082. So you basically can't play that, most of the time. Rack 5 LRM 10 ER large laser. It's not terrible.
No, not for a 50 tonner.
For a 50 tonner, it's quite reasonable.
It's actually you know what it is? Does it jump?
No,
No.
it doesn't.
It's a non-jumping Shadowhawk.
It's a truck. It's basically a truck on leg with a big gun.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
It doesn't jump. You are paying for that XL engine.
It actually
Still,
might be a
in
more
Jihad
competent
era-
Shadowhawk.
In Jihad era, 8,500,000 for a 50 tonner is not that bad.
No.
And it's less than 1,500 BV. And it's not anus, as we sometimes say. I mean, it's playable.
I take it over a
large
Shadowhawk.
exposed lasers. Large exposed lasers are
And
good.
there's the tanky
worth it.
version.
Yeah.
It keeps the AC-10, removes the LRM-10 and
What?
the ER large laser to put a Tumper artillery cannon in.
Now you're talking.
I would have swapped the Ultra 10 and kept the large laser. Then you'd have been a
You're oversynced, but
you
who
would have
cares?
been a, what do you call that? You would have been a baby Alepolis, basically.
Baby Helepolis.
Yeah.
Helepolis.
Okay, so the
The
next
Helepolis
Battle Fist
is
engine.
only
Battle Fist, easy to maintain, exposed linkage REC5. So it has a decently negative quirk. Easy to maintain, is great in campaign. Battle Fist is generally good. I think this is a very reasonable mech. And yes, Mercs would use it. So the Stalker and the Shockwave, if you're playing in Il-Clan era,
Republic era.
are two mechs I would see in a 21st Centauri Lancer list. The Shadow Cat, I'm not sure.
Mhm.
And a Jade Hawk. Really?
Yeah, it's a Jade Hawk.
Really?
So I think that Stalker is actually
Is
a new sculpt. I think it's supposed to be the variant with a heavy Gauss rifle shoved in there.
That's
It's
quite
hard to
possible.
see.
And remember that anything that you see online is not the real thing. They always just put 3D assets in. And when you get the box, they look completely different and they have shitty mold lines. But
Yep.
not all of them. Like one model will be great and one will be terrible. You never know. It's the beauty of buying a CGL product.
All right. The free story for the month of July is
Who's the writer?
James D. Long.
Okay.
What's Mr. Long
Warrior-
writing about?
Mech Warrior Foster of the Mercenary Lance, Tamerson's Tar Heels, isn't the sharpest tool in the shed, but Pain can be a powerful teacher, and he's got a lot of lessons to learn, especially when the Tar Heels mission to protect local government interests puts him at odds with the local Taurian populace. It's a succession war story in the Taurian
Concordat.
yeah,
At least it's different.
and it's got
No, wait.
Locust on the cover.
It's different, and then you read, oh, it's Mercenaries again. But am I the only person who's tired of Mercenaries, or is it a...
Well, wait. I am tired of mercenaries that are tied to the Kellhounds in some stupid way.
I'm more tired of them in general, but I've never liked the Mercs all that much. Outside of the big regiments, never liked the idea. Every pack's got to be AF Il-Clan now, and that's going to be more and more as we go on, Mr. Buckhart. And I kind of understand why they're going that way, because that's what they're wanting to do. But
Doesn't it have something to do with Tops or Fanatics telling them to progress the storyline and like put it in the era that is the current era type stuff?
they're probably being told, like, make stuff that's gonna sell.
Wait,
They just didn't do that.
Okay, so then where's my bug
Yes.
company? Where's my bug company at?
wait.
Where's
Then
my horde
everything
lance?
should be succession wars or maybe early clan invasion.
No,
because
it
that's
should
all
be
we
Clan
discussed now.
Invasion and Succession War, and that's about it, because those are the two eras. You can go all the way to Civil War. You
Yeah.
can go all the way to Civil War, but is Il-Clan really going to sell all that well?
No.
What they need is a 300-year time jump forward, where now you've got Alaric the 24th or whatever, and his body is giving out because he's been so gene therapied and everything. He doesn't, he just sits there on the throne and drools on himself because they've, pumped him out of the tank so many times. They don't know what they're doing. It'd be like
actually, I was
in
going to suggest
Dune,
something.
what happened to
Prof, is it probably time to do an old source book review again?
That'd probably be an idea of doing one at some point. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
I was thinking Interstellar Players.
Oh no.
I don't remember that one all that well. So
It's
I like
one
the
that
idea of
really
Alaric
pissed
the
off Lauren.
24th as a.
they should all be clones of the previous Alaric as well.
And he, ultimately, we're
it's like what happened?
different
Duncan,
ages.
Idaho, and Dune. Didn't they
Yeah.
have like 50 Duncan Idaho?
Yes, you should Duncan Idaho, Alaric. That'd be a great. Look, you're probably already better than whatever they're trying to write right now. So,
Or
But he
they
just
could do the
ends up,
foundation where it's Alaric as a kid, Alaric as a middle-aged, and Alaric as an adult or old man. Like foundation.
And then
I like that
and then
they have the
giant
big
neck.
sections on Leviathan, and it's like this long. And then you have all their things, including Pride at Catalyst. Happy Pride from Catalyst.
Is that the only thing they put effort into?
Like they've got like
They don't even put effort into that.
Oh, they put a lot of effort into that because that's very important. I mean, looking at the Xbox people getting fired right now and all the other, video gaming companies having to shrink.
Bill came due, and it turns out they can't afford daycare anymore. So,
but that's what for regular gaming companies like Catalysts and Hasbro. Hasbro's been cutting a whole lot as well, haven't they? Can't remember the numbers. Paizo cut like 25% of their people.
Yeah, but they've only got like 20 people.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't cut as much when you don't have as many people. But
they cut Rem.
He did cut Rem.
No,
that was not a big loss.
Tuesday Newsday, a week or two ago, she announced that she signed a 3-month contract to continue working with the Catalyst or something.
Oh God!
You're never getting rid of Rem.
Well, it's a 3-month contract. You never know.
That's because nobody wants a job.
Maybe Amaris will invade, Seattle.
Look, if Amaris actually took the job, that would be awesome. But they wouldn't like what would come of it, but it would be awesome.
Well, I mean, he'd run around the halls shooting people with his laser pistol and stuff.
Well, no, all you would do is you'd go up to Lauren, put him on camera, put said laser against his head, and tell him to apologize to the fan base.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Mm-mm. It's fun to dream, though.
Well, I mean, it's ego driven.
I like that there isn't,
because it's certainly not monetary driven. I mean,
I do like that there is no Leviathan section on their shop, but there is one on their main website.
I mean,
they've been trying to make flying battleships for how long?
Look,
years.
So
Ninja,
recall that recall that I had initially tried to join the Marines in 2011. We had free rules in 2011, the free quick play rules for Leviathan in 2011.
I mean,
I thought it was like 2008 when it officially came out.
All they had to do was expand on what they had with Crimson Skies. They already had blimp ships and stuff.
They don't own the rights to Crimson Skies.
No, Crimson Skies is Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft owns all of it.
Yes. The whole thing is owned by Microsoft.
FASA sold Crimson Sky to Microsoft to pay the bills. And that allowed them to survive like 3 extra months or something like that. Like,
My thing with Leviathans was that when we first found those free play rules back in 11, we, myself and Falcon, we had just discovered a game by Spartan Games called Dystopian Wars. And it was like, wait, if we go with Leviathans, we just get flying battleships. But if we go with Dystopian Wars, We get flying battleships, armored blimps, sea battleships, land battleships. Like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, let's go. So we went with that.
What?
Spartan Games.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to Twilight. It's not Twilight Imperium, but whatever Centurion was. There was
Renegade
Centurion.
Legion.
There was Interceptor, Renegade Legion. Whatever that
There's-
universe was called.
Renegade
From my
Legion
memory,
stayed with
I-
Besa.
From what I remember, there is at least 3, weird war ship games already out right now that you can go to a store, put money down, and leave with a box. While Leviathan, you still can't.
Well, you see, that's where I was going with it. So Spartan Games goes under. Nothing is heard of Leviathans. We're still playing with our freaking Dystopian Wars models because it's like, hey, we've got them. Let's keep going. Westland Games, I think it is. Wayland Games, whatever their game division is that did Wild West Exodus, bought the IP from Spartan for Dystopian Wars and Firestorm Armada, which was their Starship Far Future version of it. And now they've got that this new Dystopian Wars out, and it's like, hey, this is kind of cool, but I'm not buying into a new system. And they're finally putting out this Leviathans, and it's like, why freaking bother? Because again, I can just grab, if I'm a new player, I can just grab this new Dystopian Wars, and I still get air battleships, sea battleships, and now land battleships. Like, why
this
bother
I
with
have
this
seen
game?
in stores. This game here, Super Camelot, I have seen in store. Everything else in their board game section, I've never seen in stores.
Now that I think about it, I should check out Drakenfel's naval war game.
He's got
Another one.
wait. Drax got a naval war game?
He's gonna make his own.
Really?
I mean, it's very
Yeah,
popular. The that particular thing is.
If you've seen those incredibly high quality naval models, it's probably for something like that.
Ninja.
The thing is,
we're gonna do a game day
everybody.
of this.
The biggest problem is that everybody's got their own system. So you've got like 6, 7, 8 systems floating at the same time. Nobody's like consolidating or going to a single system. And the other big problem is that everybody's like, those are super cool. I want to get them. I'll paint them, and nobody fucking plays. Nobody.
One of the games that I encountered many, many years ago when I was in grad school was Great War at Sea, and it had really good die cut counters and really good pictures of the ships. The rules were, it was a D6 basically system, and you had 3 different tiers. You had like heavy guns and heavy armor, medium guns and medium armor, light guns and light armor, and then eventually they went into like anti-aircraft stuff. But the Great War at Sea series, they did a naval war plan orange, and in their play test, they actually had one of the U.S. blimp aircraft carriers drop a bomb on a Japanese ship. It made it through the anti-aircraft fire, and it actually dropped a bomb. I met those guys at Dragon Con when I was in grad school, and I bought their game from them because I thought it was really, really cool. I don't have
You have
anymore.
it still?
No,
Oh,
I don't have
fuck.
it anymore. But they had you could play Jutland. You could play.
Let's go.
But the ships, the individual ships had about 4 lines worth of stats, and when you started rolling the big guns and you were hitting on
Why do you have to
sixes-
show this, Prof?
The book. There's the book section. I'm trying to find like they've been promising so much stuff in the past, let's say a year and a half, and nothing's come of it.
What are you
Like-
talking about? We're talking 5 years.
True, but I'm talking like recently here. They've got a fake real life fake wizard on their thing too.
The real life fake wizard?
Yes, it's a fake real life fake wizard.
I know him.
So
yeah.
it's
I'm
Max
expecting it to
Beardo?
be
Okay.
Gmail, but
I have no idea who that is. I guess he's important.
YouTuber.
Oh, okay. I'm a YouTuber.
They're doing that thing again where it's like, hey, we're putting out content for Quincy's Tavern, and it's
Wait.
who the
Scroll
hell is
down.
Quincy, and what does Dungeons and Dragons have to do with where's the Battletech
This is
stuff?
why they're not making any money.
Valiant. Didn't they do Valiant Comics?
Yes.
They have Valiant Comics on there, but I mean, CGL
They have
in
to
all that
pay
list
each
there.
of these companies. They have to pay each
look,
of these companies.
There's an advantage there. They are probably worth more money than Valiant right now.
Well, okay, Magnus Robot Fighter, Bloodspot. Bloodspot.
Exo Manowar.
Yeah. Didn't Vin Diesel do a Bloodspot movie?
Yes.
Yes, that failed
Yeah, I mean, it was
magnificently.
Titanic crashing into a skyscraper.
Pretty
a flying
much, yes.
Titanic crashing into a skyscraper.
Like they have a Kung Fu Panda RPG, but I can't find it.
It's
That
right
was
there.
one of the. No, that's a tabletop game for Kung Fu Panda 4.
Don't get me going on Shadowrun. I hate Shadowrun.
Shadowrun's dead. Shadowrun's dead completely.
Thank God.
Like, there's no question here. Shadowrun, they have killed that franchise.
And it was such a difficult game
Actually
to play.
impressive.
I mean, it's like, oh, I cast a spell. Make a roll to see if you kill yourself now because you cast magic missile. It's like, great. That's just why would
Rule
you
the
play-
Waves
Well-
is still the superior warship game. Definitely best digital one. Yeah, okay. Someone's
Are you gonna make me reinstall Roll the Waves 3 again?
that bad.
I'm going to be upset at it.
I mean, it makes me want to reinstall
I love it,
Axis
but
and
it makes me
Allies and
upset.
play against myself.
Well,
They announced this a while back.
which again, they have to pay somebody to even make it.
They have to
Not-
pay somebody to make it, and
They have to
they're
pay
not
for the-
making it.
Then they have to pay for the licensing rights.
Yes, that's what I'm going on. Is that they don't actually have anything that they aren't paying somebody else for, and
Wow.
there is
This is 2,431 people are waiting for it to start. Okay. I mean, if the model, this is a case of the models being pre-painted would be fine. So that's okay. It'll
But
sell
it's
boxes.
models,
It'll sell
it's just-
boxes because people will want to buy the figures. They won't play the
it's
game
just
ever.
like Marvel and DC's miniature game.
I've seen people play those though, at least a little bit.
at least have. And the models are actually good.
There hasn't been a decent superhero game since Marvel Comics Superheroes back in the 80s.
I mean, they've
Most of the
It was basically Champions.
No, it was not Champions. Champions is way overdone and stuff. I mean, it was all
pending licensor review for all the models.
Oh,
the
shit.
The problem with Champions and most superhero games like Heroes and whatever, the one that Green Ronin puts out, is just that you allow people to buy their hero. You can point buy, and the ability to overload your hero at the very beginning to make them utterly invincible is far too easy. You know, it's
One thing I'm going to say about My Hero Academia, which is going to be a bigger problem for them.
well, you can do that in
Here's the
Mutants and Masterminds. And Mutants and Masterminds.
here's the issue.
Shit, I've got
that
my
they're
Mutants
gonna
and
have in-
Mastermind stuff right here somewhere.
Original run, July 7, 2014 to August 5th, 2024. This series is done. Dunzo, gone, finished. Even the spin-off series are done. This, as with any manga thing, this thing has run its course. Oh, that would sell. Holy shit, that would sell. You can't imagine how
Does-
much that would sell.
First, we require them to read One Piece.
Oh, gee. I mean, it's not art. It's actually not that. I mean, what's art is actually getting the whole thing. But I mean, sitting down and reading manga is not art. I read through
but it's One Piece.
all of Dragon Ball in one sitting, basically.
That's called
Yeah.
just paging.
But I don't think the people who, I think the people who can't read are not going to be able to read
One
all
that's
of One
really
Piece,
hard to get
especially
through
since it's
actually
One
is
Piece.
the 400 chapters of Gantz. That's actually
Yes,
really hard to get through.
That's an art read. That's why.
That's a tough one.
Wow. I started down the path of anime watching with G-Force and Space Battleship Yamato when I was a kid, said Randall Bills. This has absolutely nothing to do, and it's not even in the same ballpark as MHA. Randall, shut up. That would getting the license wouldn't be terribly hard.
Okay.
But getting someone to do all the models would probably be a pain because you'd actually have to pay 3 or 4 designers because there's like multiple studios that did Yamato and derivative stuff. So it would be.
But I mean, Earth has got like.
Oh, you'd have to hire
in the
artists that
basic
aren't
story,
first
Earth
puppies?
has like
Impossible.
5 ship types. They all get blown away by the end of episode 1, and all you're left with is Yamato. By the end of the first 5 minutes of the anime, the Earth forces are destroyed. All it is.
Here's another
Hiroshima
project.
Staggers back.
Here's another project that they've got in store.
Is it in store?
It is not in store. Voltron, Legendary Defender, and Voltron. This is another absolutely dead brand. Netflix killed it. Netflix killed it. So
Amazon.
I don't care.
Got a movie at the end of the year.
Wow. It's gonna suck
Harry
ass
Cavill.
just like it's gonna suck ass like everything Henry Cavill is in because he's got the worst agent in the history of agents.
Is this what Amazon does? They go around finding dead cows to milk?
And sometimes they're lucky.
Beat the dead cow to make the milk come out.
And
it's
I mean,
not milk. It's something terrible.
I mean,
rotten cheese.
This is not. I mean, funded in under an hour. Yeah, sure, but $140,000.
Their goal was $25K.
This is not a whole lot of money. And this is all the backers that you have here. This is your entire fan base. You're not selling other books of this.
What you have there is them. That's like 1 or 2 months monthly expenses for the company. And that's what this was. This was a cash grab.
This was a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, this was a cash grab.
Well, they have to do that. Catalyst basically has to do that. Keep doing. These weird ass things to stay in business.
All they've got to do is give us more historicals that are worth a shit and better mechs. That's all they've got to do.
Oh, you mean like release the Celestials?
Yeah. Yeah, the Celestials, the Society, give us more stuff about
State of Fulfillment snags.
The last update for Leviathan. Oh God.
3 months ago.
3 months ago. God. Are you
Yeah.
That would
no.
smart.
Yeah.
Wait. Tanky, remember those boxes were supposed to. Well, Tanky, you're forgetting one thing. Those were supposed to be the Project Synergy that came out 6 months or 8 months later with the field manuals. $30.52. $30.50.
Which makes
which
no
they've been-
sense.
Which they've been promising the PDF updates to push those to whatever the fuck they call the L Clan.
Oh, and we haven't seen those things. I do like that there's some of them that are sent marked as fulfilled, but yeah, Leviathan isn't, Mercs isn't. Oh yeah, they've got Frostpunk too. The
Yeah.
Frostpunk role-playing
God,
game.
Not that.
124K, so less than Voltron. But I think
With
this
less
was released.
backers.
But the thing is,
Actually, they should have. There should be 2 Frostpunk. I thought.
There's supposed to be a board game, and no, the board game's already out. So this is for the RPG thing for
I
Frostpunk.
thought they had. The
We can see
expansion pack also for
Tanky's
it.
future ex-wife right there. And Randall,
I'll sell you. a
and
ticket
Randall
on that
looking
flying
as
Titanic.
excited about it as he is with every single product that they're pushing. What the
That's
fuck am I
because
doing
he has.
here?
He's still there just to sign checks. Because
I have to
they
sign the
trust
checks
Lauren.
because Lauren should be in jail.
Why should he be in jail?
Fraud.
Oh. Do you want the short version or the long version?
I am not into the digging around into the personal
right.
lives and stuff of these people.
This
you
isn't
know.
personal. This was corporate.
Okay.
This is him stealing money from contractors to build the
His
port.
wife grabbed allegedly grabbed the wrong checkbook to pay for renovations to their house. The bookkeeper noticed the discrepancy. They asked the bookkeeper to lie about the discrepancy. Freelancers were not getting paid at this time. The bookkeeper was a Shadowrun freelancer. 90% of the Shadowrun freelancers walked and took their copyrights.
They had rights to a bunch of games that they were actually like not licensors of. They had rights to stuff.
Yeah.
And they lost all of that thanks to Lauren fucking up. So yeah,
and then this time Shadowrun is their money maker because this is like mid 4th edition.
Yeah.
And they still managed to kill it.
Well, but that's because all the freelancers who could actually write
left.
Walked. Yeah.
They probably.
So now they got the first puppies. Okay, make money.
Yeah.
They lost probably Battletech people as well then, but they also
wasn't
lost
that many,
Cthulhu
though.
Tech, which was Cthulhu Tech was bonkers, but it was new and it was different.
They were publishing Phase
Eclipse Phase.
Yep. Which was Adam Jury, who was their lead layout person, and I forget what else he was doing at the time.
And that was making money. Those are 2 things that were making money. Cthulhu Tech was completely bonkers, unplayable, and full of weird.
And this is the real reason that Leviathans never really took off, because they had to repay back money. And Randall and
we make a joke on we make a joke on the Discord that Lauren Coleman, the cryptozoologist, is more reliable and more trustworthy than Laurel Coleman, the business management guy. And it is true. It's not even we do it as a joke, but it's true. Like, I would trust that cryptozoologist on cryptozoology and him talking about, Shadowrun. and stuff like that. Like that Lauren Coleman would be a better handler of Shadowrun than the Lauren Coleman that has the license.
Okay, so this is like I can't remember. Somebody at the club said it's abundantly clear that they're not business people. They're all artists,
No,
and it makes
No.
total sense.
no. Like Lauren's not a
writer.
Lauren's not an artist. Randall
a
Bills is
writer.
not an art. Randall Bills is a rules writer. He's like me.
Yeah.
Like he's there to write rules, write settings, and write stuff like that.
And sign checks because they probably have dual signage since the fraud.
Brett Evans is gone, and John F. Elfner, this son of a bitch, has no idea. I mean, executive editor, but he has absolutely no talent at editing. So,
and he just watches porn.
Allegedly. Sometimes he reads it too. Okay. But they're very good friends with random people that I never heard of.
As far as our streaming, that's Catalyst for the past year. As far as our streaming for the past year is concerned, though, I think the best stream we did outside of the Davion and Kurita and Mercenary Handbook going over streams.
Those were fun, yeah.
Do you remember the vehicle stream where it devolved into talking about the Death Train?
Yes, because Death Trains
that
are
was
fun.
A good one.
I love Death Trains.
Vehicles and whatnot I put onto that stream. Just you can hear me screaming, yeah, over the Death Train.
What is Death Train?
I was suggesting this book as our next kind of reader because it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is a different thing.
Real quick,
and we can also laugh about and talk about how Lauren was upset that nobody was happy with the Gene cast, and everybody wanted to know about the 6th of June.
The 6th of June are the guys that they overthrew Comstar, right? That's the day they did their counter invasion of Earth.
The 6th of June were the super crazies of the Word of Blake.
Yeah.
If you manage to be crazy,
do you have any hat? Literally, that doesn't narrow anything down.
The 6th of Juners, like they're the guys the master wanted to get rid of because they were too crazy.
Yeah,
like this guy is just insane enough. No, that is bad. They're too insane even for me.
Even the Domine did not want anything to do with these guys.
They were fun, and like that's the kind of people we want to talk about for real. Like there
couldn't have been that many of them though.
No, I mean there was.
They were all hunted down and killed.
In the Word of Blake, there was a lot of small factions like that.
Yeah, I remember.
They kind of
what is the
joined
book?
Together. We would need to do an actual Word of Blake video at some point as well. I mean, we did Rasselhog, so we could do that as well.
Oh yeah.
Can I throw in my whole David Lear as a former Blakeist?
That makes more sense than whatever they're going to come up with. Well, no, they're not going to come up with anything. They're just not going to talk about it.
And he's responsible for everything of the Dark Age.
What's the name of the Death Train again? I can't remember.
Muse Iron Horse.
Yes. There it is. Muse Iron Horse.
Yeah.
The thing that goes 150 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
With base weaponry, 6 CRPPCs, 5 plasma cannon, 2 LRM-15, and a Tumper. And each trailer, because you can stack the trailers here. It's not, I mean, it's a train, so you can have multiple. 4 ERPPCs, 4 plasma cannon, 4 large pulse lasers, and an Arrow 4.
Oh, right. So it goes 150, but it's not going to go 150 because you're taking along a train of trailers.
You defeat it by going about 5 kilometers ahead of it and bombing the railroad track.
Basically, the joke we made was that this vehicle is like the Armored Core boss battle super weapon type thing, the Ace Combat super weapon type thing. And it's like, okay, we got our we got our star, our mercenary lance, whatever, and we're pretty powerful. We've got like 5 special abilities, and we're all 0/0 gods of war. And then this thing just does a drive-by at 150 kilometers an hour. And it's like, well, where did Homeboy in the tricked out Thunderhawk go? He's dead. He ate 6 ERPPCs. He's dead.
Does anybody know anything about the Battle of Ploesti?
No.
What was that?
It was
the B-24s bombing.
Yeah, it
the
was
oil
an air
fields.
raid. They launched They launched out of North Africa. They go up into Romania, and they're going to bomb the Ploest oil fields. In the middle of the battle, and it's on film, there is a German anti-aircraft artillery train that takes off running and drives underneath the bomber formation. The gunners on the bombers are duking it out with this train with 50 cals at a height of like 200 or 300 feet. There's some guy sticking a camera out the waist of the B-24s filming the whole thing. And so they're shooting it out with this train on their way in on the bomb.
What?
Yeah, it's totally true.
I mean, I knew that when they got over the oil fields, and because of all the smoke and stuff, the B-24s got confused. So, like, there's pictures of B-24s just flying past each other and whatnot. But I didn't know about a duel with a train. That's sick.
The German guys on the ground, when they see the B-24s flying through each other's formations, they're like, "These are the most awesome pilots that we have ever seen. How can we go up against guys that have flown for 1,000 miles and then needle through each?" I mean, they were on the ground with their jaws hanging open, going, "Oh my God!" Meanwhile, the guys in the airplanes are going, "Oh God!" Dodge.
I remember us talking. I remember us talking about support vehicle and support units, and going to carriers, and how we could bring carriers in dropships.
Deploying one of these from the
Mammoth.
That was one of the craziest thing we talked about.
Rails for a naval warship.
Hot dropping aircraft carriers off of a specially modified Mammoth. Because the cargo capacity of the Mammoth is so extreme, you can fit 2 of those escort carriers on it.
This is a super carrier. That is the tonnage of a modern super
I don't think this one you could carry in a Mammoth. I think
you would cut it in half.
Then again, it's a Mammoth. What's the
drop ship?
Oh no, the Mammoth's only 18,000 each.
Oh no, what were we?
It was the light carrier. It was the light carriers.
It was the Behemoth.
Oh,
we were thinking.
Behemoth. Yeah, but
all you
the
Mammoth's
do is big.
saw the thing into a bunch of pieces, though.
And Mammoth can land on the plant, though,
and you can reassemble the thing.
Yeah.
The Behemoth, I don't think
can't enter atmosphere.
Yeah.
We just weld it back together and plug in the seaport connectors, and we're good to go.
Unfortunately, this thing can't enter atmosphere.
That's why we're hot dropping the carriers.
Yeah. You make a custom.
So why don't you just drop a really big rock from orbit instead of dropping this thing?
Because it's funnier.
Because that's boring.
No, I want to deploy a navy to a foreign planet.
There was a Droopy cartoon way back in the day where he's got the hiccups and like an aircraft carrier falls out of the sky and smashes into the ground next to it.
I mean, that was Crab's plan as part of the Hellcat campaign. He brought a submarine force to deploy via dropship.
We love dropping light carriers from orbit, or
What's the weight of the Rattler?
Rattlers are huge. Rattler, I don't even know if they've put the weight down on there. Because it carries subcap weapons, so in this particular case, I don't think.
What was it wasn't the Rattler, it was the one that was the submarine.
The Worm.
The Neptune is like 80 or 100 tons.
100 tons. That's a tiny little thing.
It's basically a standard combat vehicle. At
Well,
that point,
Yeah.
and the rules for
Holy
underwater
shit.
combat are so horrifying that the
It
last
doesn't
thing
have
you
a
want to
weight
do
because
is
it's 18 hexes big. It's actually considered a fortress.
Worm SDS submersible fortress.
Yeah.
okay. So we've got the space battleship Yamato there.
That thing is meant to kill drop ships. Okay.
Well,
Um,
Ninja's right though. Number one,
36
like
36 LRT 20s, 28 SRT 6, VSBs, ER large lasers, medium pulse laser, ERPPCs, 8 Arrow 4s for
God.
funsies, 8
A full
Gauss rifle
battery.
also for funsies.
I drop a strategic nuclear weapon on it. I mean, I don't even
I mean, you're
I
gonna
don't
have
even
to
go up
16
against-
because-
LB2X. So
They're used for anti-missile systems.
no, that's anti-air. That's just
I mean, you go get one of
because you
those
got
Lagrange
32
yards
laser
with a mass
anti-missile.
driver on it. You just start
Yeah.
throwing rocks at it from orbit.
Well, it does have a mass driver. Those are naval autocannons on
I
it.
mean, my God.
I mean, 4 naval
Barracudas?
lasers.
But those are naval lasers.
Naval lasers 55s.
Yeah, but they only do 55 points of capital damage. They don't.
No,
Or
55 points of damage. That's
It's
enough.
5.5. It's 5.5 capital.
Yeah, but that's
The-
enough to cause for most dropships. It's going to cause a. It's
Oh.
going to cause the.
Well,
The
I mean, that's
breach
why you
rules.
bring the asteroid
blow
belt and you
through.
just drop the asteroid belt on it. I mean,
It's going to shoot down
then-
the asteroids. And I
Well,
mean,
then
you
you
were
load
talking
up
about
the
nuclear
killer whales
missiles.
with
asteroids are
nukes.
cheap. I mean, you just
You were
know,
talking about nuclear missiles. He's also carrying 4 Barracudas, 2 killer whale, and a killer whale T. So he's also carrying nuclear weapons.
The thing also to recall is that it's technically a mobile structure. So now you have to kill. It's got hexes. It's based in
Yes, it's
hexes.
18.
So
but
you have
And
to blow
no,
up
you
the
forget-
hexes.
I mean, look
You
at
forget
the damage.
another major
Size
issue.
18
Look at the
in
damage
this
the way they do it with nuclear weapons. I mean, it's like map sheets are gone. I mean,
You've
come on.
forgotten this important bit here where it says submersible. So you don't
Okay,
even
well, I
know
mean,
it's there.
If you throw enough nukes at it and cause the ocean to boil,
Well,
I
but
imagine
you would destroy
probably
Earth,
get the
which-
ship. I mean,
Problem is, you would destroy Earth doing that, and I think you'd get into more trouble doing this.
You reach a point where you just have to ignore it, and when it pops up, that's when you do the Ace Combat swarm it
Yep.
thing.
Yes.
Basically,
or you do like the Star League did, and they send their lambs in and they land on it, or maybe that was in the first Succession War, and they land on it and they rip it open from the inside, and then you've got Macross. You've got something.
Or
from
I
the
was about to
first-
say, maybe
Do you
you're
just
actually
go with
talking
the
about
boarding
Robotech.
rules?
Yeah, but no, it's in the story. They do
It
that.
used to
with
be.
one
They
ship.
used to have fun when writing BattleTech. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
it carries
you mean when they
subs
could-
as well.
Wait.
carries-
You're talking about when they could actually write BattleTech.
That probably helped. Yes.
honestly,
now,
though,
there is another game.
oh yeah, no, go on.
There's another space game called Twilight Imperium, not Twilight Imperium, Imperial. What is it? Starfire, Imperial Starfire, Imperial Starfire by Task Force Games. It's where David Weber and Steve White come from. David Weber, the novelist for Honor Harrington. And if you want nukes and missiles and units measured and distances measured in light seconds, it's definitely the game for you. I mean, getting back to space games and stuff. I mean, your standard missile package, I mean, they had to computerize it, because if you try to play it as a board game, you're going to go crazy because, I shoot 7,500 missiles at you in one turn. You what?
Holy!
Oh yeah, they're all nuclear antimatter tipped mega bomb doom things, and that part of space.
Wait.
Space can't boil, but it just did. So it's like
I mean,
watching
the
end of
only
Gunbusters.
game, the only series I can think that is almost that I know that is logical amounts of troops and logical amounts of ship is still Legend of Galactic Heroes. That's the only series and stuff that I know that has, reasonable amounts of ships, reasonable amounts of troops for how big the universe is.
Well, see,
When they say we're launching 50,000 ship against your 50,000 ships, and that's one fleet. That's when it makes sense.
Yeah.
Battletech, unfortunately, still doesn't make sense. But
Well,
that'll
and they
never happen.
took care of that by saying, we had this age of might, the Star League. We were at the pinnacle of everything. We had all of the firepower that we could have, but then we used it. Okay. And then the inner sphere houses, they used it, with all the nerve gas, all the germs, all the nukes that they could throw at each other. And just, all of that might and all of that everything, they just
But
blew
you
it into
look, one other thing in
garbage.
Battletech, though, I mean, we've discussed that quite a few times on stream, is that even that still doesn't make enough sense with the
Those numbers
size of
never
the inner
make
sphere.
sense.
Like,
Well,
you should have fleets of McKenna battleships, not like 6 of them. That's part of the problem.
I think
the
Tex is
biggest
going to
thing
get into
is,
that
is,
one
is
day.
that what I see when I look at the way Battletech is you sit there and you're like, okay, we're the Star League. Okay, we're going to go out into space. Earth is not pre-planned. What I see with all of the Star League planets is they land and they have like Star League City Blueprint number 1, and they fold that out, and it's got successive phases and steps for how the city grows. The big problem for Battletech is the birth rate. The birth rate for 1,000 years to go from the 8 billion people that we have now to the quadrillion people that we have in the next 1,000 years. There's some people getting it on.
That's a lot of biomass.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of procreating going on. It's like, every lady is having like 15 kids every generation.
Well, it is space feudalism, so
Well, I
we're
was
kind
gonna
of
say,
there.
in colonization situations, usually that is what happens. Is,
Yes, and with super medical stuff, unlike Jamestown and stuff, where 1 out of every 3 people died in the colony every year, you're going to be able to develop a self-sustaining colony rather quickly. But
do we do the same thing where do we pay people to marry a prostitute and move to
Well,
Louisiana and New
Yes,
France?
that works perfectly fine.
yeah,
Hell, it worked. It worked very well for New France and Louisiana.
and that's also where Australia came from. Well, you people are dissenters and we don't like you. We're going to send you to some far off godforsaken place, and there you're going to be. And
you had the audacity to be poor. Get out.
yeah, yeah,
You Irish people.
yeah.
If the Star
Irish,
League is
Scottish, Welsh, it didn't matter.
If the Star League is going to pay people to marry prostitutes, that means they're going to pay us to marry OnlyFans models. I got dibs on Amaranth.
Judging my
wait,
future
yeah.
wife on her feet pics.
Hey, Tanky,
Okay.
my idea for the
It all collapses when
how
she
to
turns
take
35,
Canada
so
within
don't worry.
an hour. Go to
Your
the
idea
nearest
for
Marine
Canada
base.
is what?
To take Canada is to go to the nearest Marine base and promise them any Toronto or Vancouver OnlyFans or stripper, and to pay off their 22% loan on their charger.
Let's go.
Then they can take Canada. Yes.
How quickly
Wait.
would it be over?
Look. There's another thing you can go with. Like, ask the Wyoming National Guard. They probably can take us.
For an afternoon.
Oh hell!
Is this the Army Recruitment
My
Center?
I'm just saying that
I need an army
the
to
Marines
recruit.
would have it done in what?
It'd
An
be
hour?
over. It'd be so over. It would be so generational trauma.
Not even, because at that point, a lot of
That's
people
going
would
to be
just
what
like,
that's going to be what Orange Man does on the last day of his presidency. He's just going to invade Canada.
There's worse things that could happen.
Oh, believe me, I have a friend of mine who lives up north of Ottawa, and he's just like, please, just invade us. Please.
Dude,
No, you're going to do the same thing you did in Afghanistan, where you sit around and then put the same people in power.
That's
Oh, of course
brilliant
we are. We'll screw it up somehow.
Oh, God.
the on book Please, we are. Please bring a militia. Please.
That's
Well, I would say you'd have to do more than a militia because the Fenian Rebellion in 1866 did not work.
no. I mean,
Doug.
Canada still has a few people that be mad. The problem is you'd have people that would join the U.S. So that's where problems go.
At the end of the Civil War, all the Irish troops who fought for North and South got together and they said, this Britain thing, we really don't like it. Why don't we just go capture Canada? Instead of going back to Ireland and having to mess around there. And so they launched an invasion from like Plattsburgh, New York or something. They just like, all right, we've all been fitting in the war. All right, let's go get them. They got about like 7 or 8 feet into Canada, and somebody in their right mind is like the whiskey ran out or something. And they're like, oh shit, let's go home. And I mean, unfortunately, a couple of people got killed, but
That's to be expected.
I mean, the president of the United States was like, no, go home right now.
Our budget is for reconstructing the South, not capturing Canada. We're not doing this.
I mean, the 2 or 3 times that we've tried to invade Canada, they've fought very hard and thrown us back. Only the British have ever really succeeded.
List of armies that have landed on American soil.
0.
Canada.
Oh, there's the Japanese.
How many? It depends on how many we're counting. I mean, there's more Japanese guys land on the shores of the United States in the movie 1941 than there ever actually landed on the country.
The Aleutians, Alaska.
Yeah, but that's moving
the
goalposts.
It was technically a territory at the time. It wasn't actually a state at the time.
No,
So
it was.
Oh, in Hawaii, there was that one guy.
Okay. Yeah, which one guy? The guy in the sub that surrendered, or
no, the guy got shot down and then landed on an island, and then
the 2 people decided to help him, and then the one guy in the village is like, "Nah, I've had enough of this," and he goes over and he beats the guy to death with a rock.
Fuck.
Welcome to Hawaii.
Yeah,
and that's how Hawaii got statehood.
Well, that was 20 years before that, but
Official statehood. We'll go with that.
I mean, the guy literally beat the Japanese pilot to death with a rock. He's like, after they shot him 3 times, he was like, "Nah, I'm not having it." He's,
Let's go. What the hell?
Oh yeah, it was a fiasco. And as soon as they found out about it, the head of whatever group went straight to FDR, and it's like, yes, they're all going to betray us, and that's where the entire internment camp idea got kicked off from. Was that? I mean, it was for something that happened, to just a couple of people on a little bitty island. It turned into an absolute shit show.
Can we talk about commas?
Commas. Oh God, you still have
no.
you're still having troubles with that. The latest Brian Young short story appears to be commatastic. But then again, like I don't want to read anything that they're coming out with right now.
It's Brian Young. I mean, why? I mean,
it's 100 pages of 100 pages of text, and there might be 1,000 commas in the damn thing.
If you want to read a really good Battletech story, read Embers of War by Jason Schmetzer. It's about the Stealthy Tigers falling apart, and half of them joining the Word of Blake, and the other half fighting to the bitter end. Right at the time of the beginning of the
There's
jihad.
plenty of good stories.
It's right at the
It's
beginning.
just that right,
jihad.
the one that they're coming out with right now are not quite very good.
Our man's thing here is that he reads the new novels and new short stories as they come out, so that we don't have to.
Well, I mean, God bless you for doing that to yourself, but I mean,
it's my penance.
I mean,
I've
you must
seen
have
worse.
sinned really hard in a previous life if you have to take this on.
Every once in a while, there's one that's readable.
It's been a while.
But I mean,
It's been a while.
The
The
premise.
last good one was the Shadow of the Dragon.
Yes.
I mean, I wrote a short story, and it is called "The Pink Nightmares." And the idea with the pink nightmares is a guy being stepped on by a pink atlas. The guy's laying on the floor of a bar, and he thinks he's going to be stepped on by a pink atlas. And a guy sees that, and he works at a paint shop on Outreach, and he's going to get even with his boss over the New Year's Eve holiday. And he decides to paint this randomly selected company of mechs pink as an FU to his boss. And his boss is so slimy and everything, and he doesn't check the guy's work. He just pays him. The guy's like, "Yeah, see ya." And the mercenaries walk in going, "Hey, we're gonna have our next big, we're gonna have our thing here. We got to get walk our mechs out of this paint factory. Oh my God, they're pink!" And so they're sitting there trying to come up with a quick way of figuring this out. And the one guy sits there and says, "All right, pink, what? It's a pink nightmare. Okay, it's pink. And, then the lady that's going to sit there and hire them walks around the corner, and she's like, "Oh, how did they know my favorite color was pink?" And that's the end of the story. They land this job by, somehow having pink battle mechs. And
Actually, there was another book since then that was actually okay.
Which one? Trying to remember.
I think it might have been the Hell's Horse one, or did I read those out? I don't remember.
Well, that doesn't sound like a bad short story at all. There's a premise
I'll
to it and
send it to
whatnot.
you.
All right, hell
The
yeah.
premise is better. The premise is better than most of the stuff we've been having recently. So.
And basically, what I did is I took the two characters from the Honeymooners, Ralph and Norton, and they're the painters.
Oh, Trial of Birthright.
Yeah. Embers
That
of
one
War was
okay.
fantastic. Yeah, Embers of War is a really good book. It's probably that and Kevin Killeney's Chaos Irregulars series.
Yes. He was kind of the author that they lost for Battletech when the whole crap went down, because if you look, he didn't write anything since then.
Yeah, I enjoyed his stuff. It was in the two books that they have put out on digital copies through Kindle. He actually explains his mistakes that he made and everything, and where he got his character ideas from.
You know what that was originally? He was supposed to write weekly on Battle Corps.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
And they gave him it's got to be 7,000 words. It can't be 7,001 words and stuff. And he's like, I just wrote it and it's 15,000 words,
Yeah, he was actually a good writer. He is a good writer. Yeah. He actually moved up because he got a job at Star Trek.
Well, is it really moving up nowadays, though?
No, this was back when they were still before the movies.
Before they were making horrible Star Trek. Right now, like, if you're in genre in general, I don't think you're in a good spot, period.
Well, you can't get fantasy job because for epic fantasy, they want complete series. So if you've only got 3 books and you're doing a 6-book series, you're screwed.
You have to have your 6 books written.
Well, you have to go to Bane. Bane will take you on.
No.
Bane doesn't have enough room.
Also, it's a standard now, more or less. Like George R.R. Martin fucked up so bad,
and Rothfuss, the other
guy. What's the other one? The guy who wrote Wheel of Time.
Jordan.
Like all of those, they all we want a book series and we want it ready to go, and we don't want fans to be pissed off at us. And that's a standard.
Is that why they is that why they want a whole book? Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh yeah, for the book talk girlies on TikTok and whatnot. No, so they want the whole series ready to go. So that way, if they can get a show deal or a movie deal out of it, they don't have to sit there and go, we're on the last season. Where's the last book? Oh, I'll get around to writing it.
Well, it's not just that. Nobody wants to
That's
start an
one
unfinished
particular
series.
author. I maintain that Martin has the last book written, and he is just screwing with everybody.
No, because he needs 2 more books.
Well, whatever. I
They'd
think
have to
he's
have
got the story done. I think he's just such an asshole that
that is a new theory. I've never heard that one, but I'm not discounting it.
I mean,
Him being an
Patrick
asshole.
Rothfuss.
I mean, the guy has the ego on the guy is so unbelievable. I mean, I'm a Larry Correia fan, so
Yeah, he just posted that he was actually going into it.
I mean, Larry Correia, you open his book and he sits there and he says, "Hey, George, it ain't hard." You know, that's his intro.
Well, no, he literally blames J.R.R. Martin for destroying the ability for a new writer to get into epic fantasy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can get in lit RPG because that apparently still is a thing. Romantasy you can make money out of because that's stupid. I still got to work on that global theory of identification, and we did get a nice
Well, I mean, I'm
Lager
looking at
did send us a
I'm
send
looking at
me
my wife's big collection of
ODT of
Patricia
that.
Briggs novels, and I've read every one of them. I enjoyed
Yeah.
those.
But due to Jordan not finishing his series, but they had a
Martin,
company
Jordan, all of them.
I think that is just simply that, and the ham-fisted guys that made the TV show. I mean, they did a lousy job.
I mean,
J.R.R. Martin not finishing, and then Patrick Rothfuss he's only done 2 books out of what? He was supposed to do like a quintilogy or something like that, and he's done 2 books.
The funniest thing is when you remember in the 50s and 60s, you guys might not remember because you're in America land, but in Europe, there was basically paperback books, like throwaway books, more or less. Bob Moran's a big one. Perry Rodin is another big one.
Everything
That's a German
that
one.
Robert Heinlein wrote.
Kinda, but no, even Heinlein, that's still more refined than what I'm talking about here.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like 250 pages tops.
Bob Moran is generally was a 250 page book, and it was one a month for at least 10 or 12 years. Dan wrote one a month for 12 years. And then he slowed down to one every 3 months.
The only thing
then he died in the early 2000s, and he was still writing.
For J.R.R. Martin, the only thing I really cared about was the Wild Card series. I don't know if anybody's ever read those. It's a kind of anthology series with different writers, and it's
superheroes.
Heroes, yeah.
Superheroes that are not heroic, yeah. The J.R.R. Martin.
Well,
stuff.
just people become.
I'm tired. I'm tired of that stuff. Honestly,
well, I'm sick and tired of the boys and the deconstruction of the superhero. I'm sick and tired. I mean, if you're going to give me something and you're going to say somebody's a superhero, then by God, they need to be superheroic. Okay.
We do a deconstruction because we're quirky and
you're just lazy.
Subverting your expectations.
That's how we get drunk and party girl, Supergirl.
I mean, but it's just and it's awful.
I mean, but that's all we've been getting for the past almost 20 years. So
we're doing a deconstruction of the genre. We're doing a deconstruction
subverting expectations.
Well, the next one is the Odyssey. They're literally doing that to the foundational book
of Western literature,
of Western civilization.
I mean, you look at Alex Kurtzman and what's the
that's the problem. All the writer rooms are connected.
Yeah, and the zombie show. What was
Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead. Okay, you sit down and you read an issue of The Walking Dead. By the time you're done with the issue of The Walking Dead, you're like, "There's absolutely nobody in this story that's a hero." Okay, everybody's a piece of dirt. Oh, but it was the circumstances and stuff. And,
wait, I thought Glenn was like the only person, and then they killed him.
Yeah, I mean, and
here's one
they
of the
sit there
problem
and they
with this.
uplift Dirtbag to be the hero.
Yeah.
The problem is Battletech's trying to do the same thing.
I know it
But
drives
you
me
don't
crazy.
have the 46, 50 years of actual superhero or mecha stuff to talk about. So it fails.
Well, I was going to say they don't have somebody who actually has the talent to do it
I mean,
correctly.
In the end, nobody has the talent to subvert the expectations.
They have
'cause it
40
doesn't
years
work.
worth of stuff. Next year will be my 40th anniversary of playing this game. I started
Yes.
playing this game in
But they don't
1987.
have the, even if it's 40 years, they don't have 40 years worth of reliable material.
Well,
It really ebbed and waned
I know.
throughout the
And
years. So
their thing is that's why the historicals were so good. They were going back in and filling in holes.
Yes.
The Reunification War book is good. First and Second Liberation of Terra books are good.
Klondike.
Klondike is good, and then the Star League Civil War series is good. That's really good because they took what was in the Star League manual and they just totally blew it up. To where you're
honestly,
like,
anything from 2008 to 2012, I would say, is probably their golden era of source books.
Well, but that's the era that they will always say are the dark ages of Battletech. Notice that when you're talking.
Yes, because their print
shows.
runs were like 5,000 books, and that was it. And that's
but that's not. I know it was terrible for money. For money, it wasn't good. That's for sure.
Well, no, and that's why if you go to eBay, almost all those books are worth over $100.
But talk to their editors, to their writers, to their people like that. This era is the dark ages of Battletech, where nothing was coming out and nothing good was coming out.
That's because they were focused on Shadowrun because it was making them money.
Yes, but once again, like the people in charge see what we see as the best time, they see as the worst time.
And that's the thing I don't understand is they're so disconnected. I mean, it's just like, nobody went to business school.
Well, if go look at those books and see who the writers were, it was like 3 people. And they pissed off the last one in 2016 when they told them to go rewrite the end of the Dark Age for the 3rd fucking time.
Well,
and then they waited 5 or 6 years to finish up the story any long way because he walked.
Who was that?
I'm back.
Rome.
I mean, it is a problem in literature in general, but it's a problem in genre in general. Battletech is not even a blip on the radar in the whole scheme of things.
Their biggest mistake was they should have just finished off the Dark Age storyline and then did the Year of the Star League. But they did it in reverse. They wanted to do the Year of the Star League and then
the Year of the Star League, which lasted 3 years.
Yeah.
Then I mean, I'm more okay with like when the Heavy Gear stuff comes out super late and we get like updates from updates of updates. I mean, it's a guy in an office that hires a few contractors to do art and do some writing. And he compiles the stuff himself from this little office in Montreal and then releases a book every once in a blue moon. CGL is supposed to be a big company. They display themselves as a big company, let's say. And
well, they certainly don't operate that way. They operate as a clown circus.
They always have.
It is more or less a bunch of people who like playing games and like drawing stuff, just basically hanging out. What are we going to do? There's no one there to sit there and say, hey, focus in on one thing and do that one thing to bring it to the market.
But the thing that kills me is the fan made stuff.
It's awesome.
the books that the people have written. What's it named? Michael Todd. He's made various technical readouts. I think his name is 3028, and he did like the Clan Talumane and stuff. Let me look this up on my computer here real quick. Let me get in here.
Well,
There's the guy
there's
that
Project
did.
Lancaster.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's the guy who did Lancaster, Project Zukov, Project Nelson, and then from out of nowhere did Delrain's all the warships, and it's like, oh, that's what the Durendal missile cruiser for the Davions would have looked like. Wow, look at these warships. Wow, look at
Yeah, I don't know
Clan tanks
about
that
that.
makes Clan. Oh, dude, I actually I want to once again shout out the taxpaying citizens of Madison County, Alabama, for letting me print 400 pages off of the printers. Thank you for that. Because that's one of the best things I took. Other than a few shivs and 2 teeth that I took out of the jail with me, I printed off the entirety of Nelson, Zukov, Factory Tycoon, which is the fan-made rules on how to build a factory and run a factory in a game of Battletech.
The problem is all that really good stuff they're never going to get their hands on because someone is nice about it and is keeping it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the guy's name is Michael Todd, and he did a bunch of TROs on his own. I mean, you can't get any better than where is it? The Unit Color Compendium.
Oh God.
I mean, that's almost 400 pages of lore, and mech art, and
color
broken
schemes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's everywhere. It's 287 pages, and it's all digital art and everything.
yeah, but the Camo Spec Online is the official one.
Yeah, I know that, but this is as a thing.
I thought
that
they
you can
released
look-
one in one of the Kickstarters.
I can't remember all that stuff. This is stuff that's outside of my realm.
Because
of
I got
expertise.
one and I don't remember how I did it, and since I don't go to all the fan stuff, it had to be from a Kickstarter.
Or you might have picked it up from packages people are sharing. The thing is, I mean, a lot of the fan stuff is great. The problem is it doesn't get diffused as much, and the people at CGL are not backing those fans up either because they don't have enough pride.
At least they're not trying to destroy them.
Not trying to destroy. Well, I would argue in a way because, like, I remember back in the old BattleTech forums that they had, like, people. That's where people would post up, "Hey, I'm doing a fan TRO project, this, that, the other," and now you can't even access the forums anymore.
And if
unless we got to do it ourselves,
you get banned. The thing is, if you join those forums, you're going to get banned anyways. Like, oh my God, you said something wrong on Twitter. You're banned. You're not allowed to talk to us.
Then you just make it for yourself anyways.
Yeah.
The problem is
hosted on fandom.net, hosted on the Battletech fandom wiki. Ninja, next time I see you, I'll friggin' show you those TROs that I printed off and all that good stuff. It's pretty substantial, and it's some pretty cool stuff, dude. Like clan vehicles that like aren't like schizophrenically armed. Like, why would you ever run this thing? It's clan vehicles that are like, oh wow, God, this thing is disgusting. I would never run this thing. I'd get kicked out of the game group.
Well, I mean, it's like any of your clan tanks, and you put like 6 clan LRM 20s on it. It's like, I darken the sky with the number of missiles I fire.
I've decided to take an equivalent BV of Gorgons.
That kind of sounds how my first reaction to seeing a Carnivore MechWarrior 5. Just
the Carnivore there's a few good clan tanks, and the Carnivore is one of them.
Well,
if it was an Omni tank, it'd be even better because it could carry battle armors. But the Carnivore's other big advantage is that it only has a crew of 2.
To me, that doesn't make any sense because people have been riding on tanks since the First World War. I mean, anybody should be able to just ride on a tank.
You're trying to make sense of Battletech.
I know, but I'm just I just killed a cat girl. I'm sorry. I had I made a comment.
We found out a couple of weeks ago that there is a distinctive reason why battle mechs aren't allowed to have infantry cargo bays on them. The rules don't let you do that, and because we came up with it must have been no, it was about our stream 3 weeks ago. I
Something like
remember
that.
it because I stopped to take a break in Kentucky after I'd passed through Cincinnati on my way home.
And I skipped the last
and
two because
Raphaelia pointed it out.
Because
What's
it
it?
can
Two
get
Star
very
Wars?
it can get very disgusting very quickly. That's why.
Because you could build an Omni-Mech, so now it's getting to carry battle armor just naturally, but then you're also got the ability to drop off foot infantry in the city, and you're a high-speed mech just running up, just dumping these infantry land. Gameplay-wise, in my opinion,
Well, I mean,
infantry are basically just mobile landmines. Like, stay away from them. If they touch your mech, you're going to get fucked up.
well,
And so
Now we need a
to have
mech
that
mine
ability.
dispenser.
standard infantry, leg infantry. I was going to pull that out in that battle that I did with your brother and Taylor 2 weekends
Yeah.
ago. There was
They're
going to be
fire
leg
ants.
infantry, and I mean, they have a max damage of like 8 and a range of 3 because they have like bolt action rifles. I mean,
Yeah.
I also brought up the point of so what happens when suddenly there's a breach of the environment?
well, I mean, it's like any APC, okay? Like, what is it? A BMP3, okay? A BMP3 carries how many guys? 6, 4, something like.
Something like
Okay.
that.
You put a 30mm shell inside that thing, and it starts rattling around. And the crew's gone. Of the 3 guys, they're dead, and the other 6 guys, they're spaghetti sauce inside the thing. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 guys are able to bail out, but they're all burned and everything. So if you look at vehicle carry rules just for regular infantry on like a Drillson, if you get a crew compartment hit or you get a cargo compartment hit, they're all dead. I mean,
Say, there's anything left in there? No, it's hamburger.
yeah, I mean, it's just, all right. Somebody get a fire hose.
Hi, Bernie.
And let's just hose these guys out, and maybe we can try again. I mean, the original rules for Battletech actually were a whole lot better because infantry were totally expendable. I mean, you sent these guys in, and you're like, "Oh, I aim a PPC at it. I pull the trigger on the PPC. 10 guys gone. They're just obliterated." Now it's
just one.
it's like one
then.
guy. It's like
He's just extremely dead.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just,
but they've changed the rules for infantry. Like just same for the vehicles. They changed a lot of the rules. That's in between like 1994 and 2000. They changed a lot of those rules because people were complaining that infantry wasn't good enough, tanks were not good enough, this and that was not good enough.
All they did with tanks is they made a little bit different thing. I mean, it used
Inferno
to be
used to be insta kill on a tank.
It
was
was a survive
hilarious.
roll. It was a survive roll. I had with the old rules, I had a behemoth tank up on a hill, and the behemoth tank in one turn shot out the gyro of a Centurion mech, which fell on the ground. Then it proceeded to inferno a column of 8 vehicles, one down the line, and one in each hex with infernos. And 3/4 of those vehicles exploded on that turn because of the fire rules at the time. And then, we just hosed them. I blew up an entire reinforcement column in one salvo.
Jump in the line, rock your body on time.
But
Yeah, it was blam.
Okay.
Coyote is saying that he likes the Viking 2C. Well, we'll see how much people like the Viking 2C once the new bucks come out.
I turned him on to the Viking
This
2C
thing's going to
because
be a
in the Ill Clan era,
nightmare.
I've got
in the Ill Clan era, the Viking 2C is available to the Lyrans. So it's like, hey, dude, I know you like your Fafnirs and your heavy Gauss rifles and shit. Peep this thing. And then I explained to him what hardened armor does, what this does, what that does. So it's like, yeah, you've got some extreme piloting modifiers.
It's one of
But
those cases
the fact
where
that
you'll put a 4-3 pilot in a mech.
Well,
it's a rare instance of, and real quick, I gotta say, it's one of those rare instances where the pilot will die before the mech dies because you're going to be too busy failing seatbelt checks than actually being shot at. The mech will be fine. The pilot's just going to be a pile of broken bones.
I hate
So
hardened
basically,
armor.
it's Stalker 2s versus Viking.
No, there's a
2Cs.
difference. There's a difference. The Stalker 2 is even worse because it has a torso cockpit and it has shit for weapons. The Viking 2C has
It's got
good
those-
weapons and doesn't have a torso cockpit, so you don't have a -2 on all your pilot check. You only have a -1, which is far more reasonable. And
Granted,
The Viking 2C is LRMs with Artemis 5. The Stalker is 2 LRM 10s,
LRM
but they're the
10s.
ones that shoot.
Yeah.
They're the ones that shoot like 38 hexes.
yeah, and 8 medium lasers or something like that. Like the
Granted,
Stalker
the
2 is
Stalker-
not good.
Well, I mean, it's also a shit ton of hardened armor. You can use it as a combat plow, basically.
Not with the Stalker 2, you can't, because someone will come, like a spider will come behind you, give you a kick, you'll fall and you'll never get up.
I mean,
Randy lay there like a slug.
I'm looking
it was
at
his
the
only
stats for it
defense.
here, and it says it's 31 tons of hardened armor.
Yes.
I mean, it's
And
just like,
that's not the
God.
most armor we've put on a Viking 2C, because we made a custom version with maxed out Arden armor on the 95-ton chassis. This is just like the pilot will have to be osed out because there's no way you're going to be able to kill the thing.
It's worse than the Osteon.
Yeah, the Osteon's not that bad. It's just terrible. There's so many.
The Osteon, with its ferrolamellar armor and reinforced internal structure on a torso-mounted cockpit.
Like, this thing is also pretty hard to kill. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
what-
hey, speaking
Oh,
of
that looks
speaking
cool.
of those
What is that?
armors.
Osteon.
I like the art. That is cool.
Hey,
art.
It does. But hey, speaking of those esoteric armors, I want to shout out one of my new players, Taylor. He's been fiddling with the MechBay app. So go on MechBay, and they have it set up now to where it runs better than Flex,
That's good.
because it'll actually handle the tripods, it'll handle vehicles, and our one guy Justin, I was like, okay, but can it handle warships? Yes, it can handle warships now.
So that's why when we were gaming last Sunday, I said we should build a McKenna and have it up above the table and have it launching dropships
absolutely.
and missiles and stuff, because there's at
That's
that point the battlefield game ceases to function.
Well, that's
Well,
what high altitude maps
what-
are for.
But what I was gonna say,
Altitude
what I was gonna,
mechs or
what I was gonna,
high-altitude nukes. I mean,
But I mean,
but what I was gonna say was that on the MechBay app, if you're running a mech with hardened armor, MechBay will automatically take into account the hardened armor rule for damage. It does not do it for Ferrolamellar. Ferrolamellar.
yes, that one.
Lamellar.
Because I had him pull up the hammerhead, and I said, okay, shoot the hammerhead with an AC-20. Crank the dial up to 20, and it only took off 10 points of armor.
Nice.
But you go to a Ferrolamellar mech, and you say, okay, I shot it with an inner sphere large laser. Give it 8 damage, and it only applied 8 damage. You have to actually know
To remove the
how
2 extra
Ferrolamellar
damage.
works.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna bet that they didn't incorporate that because they're getting ready for the core rules change to Ferrolamellar.
Which is going to be
Possible. It's not a huge change on Ferrolamellar. It's not. They're making it not as extensively good as it was, but it's still quite reasonable.
They're making it
that
to
change
where
again,
previous as it stands right now, if you shoot a Ferrolamellar mech with an LB-10 or any weapon that only does 1 damage, rules is written right
still
now.
Gonna be like that. It's still gonna be 0 damage.
It's gonna. Then what
The
is
change to it is
then?
that you don't get protection from armor piercing rounds, which you add before.
Oh, you don't get the through armor
Yeah.
critical
There's like
protection.
So if you still shoot it with an LB10, it's like,
Zero
dude,
damage.
I took no damage.
Yep.
Fuck you.
That's the
It's
beauty.
still going to be
That's
0
the
damage.
beauty of ferrolamellar on top rather than ardent, is that it basically immunizes you to BBs and all small battle armor weapons.
What about LRMs?
LRMs, you take damage per block. So you take a 5 block and you take 20% off. So you take 4 instead of 5.
Well, yeah. Okay, I was about to start going singing in the rain, but never mind.
No, it's never the LRMs. Oh, unless
Yeah.
it's a 1 point. You know, you shoot an LRM-10, you have a 5 block and a 1 block. The 1
Fair
block
enough.
will do no damage. The 5 block will do 4.
What
Yeah.
about 2 points?
2 points, you take 1 damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Because you round down with fellow lamellar. It's a
Okay.
great armor type, but you get 14 point per ton rather than 16, and it takes 14 crits for a clan armor. So it's unusable on most Omnimax. It's terrible because your 14 crits is
But-
crippling.
Is it clan
Yeah.
only, or is it
It's
like a
clan
redis?
only. Clan
'Cause-
only. Technically, Snow Raven, Sea Fox.
And
Because when you
Seafox
look
will
at
make it.
the Marauders' original specs, it was ferrolamellar.
No, it was Valiant Lamellar.
Oh no.
It was the
Yeah.
brand.
It's the brand.
That's the thing, is that there is a brand in there, and there is a warship armor called ferrolamellar,
Oh, okay.
and there is a lamellar brand of armor. But this is the actual. Hey, we're actually going to codify it as an actual armor
As
type
like a class of
from
armor.
TACOPS.
Since they're removing the through armor critical protection from ferrolamellar, but doesn't reinforced structure still have
the
it?
reinforced structure.
Reinforced
gives you a
structure is
+2.
still going to have it.
So the Osteon is still
Yeah,
immune to through armor
basically.
critical hits.
But the biggest advantage of reinforced structure is the +2 on the minus. It takes +2. You need a 9 to. No, you need a 10 to crit on reinforced
Yeah.
armor, on reinforced structure.
Yeah.
And reinforced structure is
And Mech Bay
cheap.
does.
I mean, it doubles
and
your
Mech Bay
weight
does
of your
take rein-
armor of your structure, so it's cheap. What makes it cheap is that it doesn't take any crits. So on lighter mechs, it kind of works, but
The Rhyme Otter
Not on
has
an
it.
85
Isn't it
tonner?
double the weight?
I mean, it can be reasonable on bigger mechs as well. On an 85 tonner, I mean, okay, it cost you 17 tons for your structure, but your structures were double and you don't take crits. Have fun.
You've lost an LRM-10 or a large
And-
laser.
and-
Boo-hoo.
And Mech Bay does take it, because I thought about
Mhm.
that one as well. So I did have him pull up a Rhyme Otter, and I said, okay, that location can't take it. So go on ahead and you just took a full AC-20 to the face, and it went right through. It took all whatever points of armor off. But when it went internal, that bleed over, it did reduce it automatically. So Mech Bay does account for reinforced structure.
I mean, compared to Ardent Armor, I mean, the problem is you're structure tanking, which is never a good idea. But compared to Ardent Armor, I think it's
With
going to
the
be lighter.
crit
It's going to end up being lighter.
I mean, you're trusting.
The thing
in
is that
dice.
then you're not also
trusting in
taking
the
an
dice
endo
to save
structure.
you at that point. And as we all know,
Yeah.
in BattleTech, the dice exist to do the impossible.
It exists to fuck you over.
Yeah, I mean, you can quite literally need a 12 to hit, roll that 12, and then with your Gauss rifle that you just hit, roll another 12 and cap somebody at maximum range.
Look, I've had a
I've seen
streak. I've had a streak of 12-2, 12-2 to kill dropships.
12-2, 12-2.
Yes, I killed 2 dropships with a 12-2, 12-2 with a Warhammer. My Warhammer blew up it died in catastrophic pain afterwards, but he blew up 2 dropships on his
But-
own.
but your
Good
guy
lord.
with
Fair trade.
but he won the Golden Sunburst Award for sure.
Yes, but then, you know.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Someone is bringing it up here. Kutaki's saying sharing name is a common problem in Battletech. They used to call large laser heavy lasers. Can't really do that these days without confusion. It's even worse if you have an heavy laser or an improved heavy laser or a pulse heavy laser. Oh god, an
Or an
ER pulse
ER pulse heavy
heavy
laser.
laser
Oh my
with a
God! What are
pulse
we talking
module.
about?
ER Pulse
Now we're just
What about
XL.
what about
X-
EER lasers?
Those don't exist yet.
Yeah, as a
Yet.
extra extended large extended
And soon
ranges.
you'll have the anti-laser aerosol that you'll be able to spray out of your mech, and it'll just make lasers go away.
Well, reflective
Well,
That sounds like a good
reflective
idea.
armor is like all light mechs should now have versions of them with reflective armor, because reflective armor protects you against pulse lasers, and pulse lasers are your biggest potential issue with light mechs. So
You made a bunch of those
Well-
with pulse lasers, that and the semi-guided
Mhm.
LRMs.
well,
So
Ninja,
you made versions of
Yo.
them with
Yeah.
reactive.
recall when you first taught myself and my brother how to play Battletech. As soon as I discovered streak missiles, one of the first things out of my mouth was, why doesn't everything have a streak targeting system? Why don't we
Yeah,
have streak autocannons and streak Gauss rifles?
Well, I mean, it's like locking phasers in Star Trek. You know, you ain't gonna.
Well, see,
Basically.
it's simple enough to explain the fact that missiles can maneuver.
no, it's also one thing that I've pondered over time is that when you shoot at someone, you might hit them, but the damage might not be registering. Like you might, like when you shoot a brace of laser at someone, lasers go fast, by the way. Lasers go really fast. I don't know if you guys know this.
What?
Okay.
How fast? Wait, how fast does the laser
Speed
move?
of light.
Light.
My first mech was a
Whoa.
Hunchback 4P, but go on, tell me.
So the thing is, you shoot, the lasers will technically, like, if one of the laser hits out of your brace, all the lasers should hit. The thing is, there's only a certain number where the damage registers, where the damage is good enough to go through the plate and to affect, the armor to melt it off.
Yeah,
Same
I
thing
have
with an
always-
You
autocannon.
need to
You
I've
shoot a
always
burst
first
of
before you
autocannon,
melt it.
a good chunk of the bullets might just bounce off your armor because of how armor is made. Armor is made to make bullets bounce off of it. When an
Hush.
autocannon actually hits and deals
Hush.
damage, it goes punch, and then it punched through the armor. That's when you have the damage.
when
is
they
if
had
you-
Centurion, when they did Centurion, you had damage diagrams that you would put down onto your tank, and you would scrub off that armor, okay, or you would fill it in, and so you had lasers you had 10 boxes in a row that was the armor for your vehicle, and a laser hit, and you would roll a dice, and it was like, okay, I'm in column 7 and my laser does 6 points of damage, so you would mark off 6 points of armor.
That's how to make a game even more complicated than it needs to be.
I'm simply
so.
saying that's how they did it. I'm not saying it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But like with lasers, I've always been like, maybe we should do half damage, and it's like, okay, if you hit the center torso, then it 5 points or 6 points hits the center torso, and there's a scratch across a mech, and the other torso takes 5 or 6 points of damage as it
Hey.
kind of smears across. Because
Remember, they had to rewrite or change an example of a battle they fought for one of the books because they killed the main character. Because
I mean, the whole thing about lasers scraping across armor, though, I mean, you kind of see that happen in MechWarrior 5.
Yeah.
You'll shoot someone as they're maneuvering, and it registers center torso and then goes over into another torso.
You
So
can
you're
do that in a
spreading
game.
that
You can
damage.
Yes,
do
it's
that
because
in a
of burn
game.
time.
You can do
Right.
that in a
Yeah.
video game, but in
But
a tabletop
I
game,
think-
that would be so complex.
Well, I
that
think
wouldn't
what
do it.
I think
Yeah.
the point though is actually the point I was going to make is like that's your quote unquote misses on tabletop, like hitting with one laser on a hunchback but not hitting with the others. It's one of them got a good burn, the other one's kind of quote unquote skid in that way.
yeah, I mean, they've like with the Marauder, they've included like narrow profiles so that you have like armor deflection.
The
Yeah,
glancing blow rules.
and
The
stuff.
glancing
so,
blow rules, I mean, I don't they shouldn't be in the main game, but if you play with those rules, it does make the game a little bit more swingy and more fun.
Yeah.
Yep, they had to change it
most of
for
those rules,
otherwise
especially
Adam would have killed Victor.
Well,
especially if you're playing the role-playing game version of the game, Mech Warrior, the actual tabletop Mech Warrior,
A Time of
and
War.
yeah, A Time of War.
Third edition.
Destiny.
Yeah. I use second edition because it's fast and easy to make a character. You can make a character in
It
about
comes and
5
goes.
minutes.
It comes and goes. People say third, people say second.
Yeah. So
Kotaki's saying reflective is all fun and games till you get kicked. Your
Yeah.
light mechs, that's the thing. If you are doing the light mech with reflective armors, which I've done like most of the base mech, I have a reflective armor version now in the stuff I've done. But it turns your mechs, your light mechs are no longer kick missiles that you just run up and kick someone and leave, because you can't do that anymore because you're on reflective armor.
Finally, a use for the Mjolnir. All of those light mechs with melee weapons are
Well,
now
that's what they're
viable.
That's what
terrifying.
They're
spreadable
going to be meleeing
landmines are
other light
for.
mechs.
But I mean, reflective armor on light mechs is a very good idea. Reflective armor on an assault mech is not a very good idea.
You
Well, my plan is to sit here and take and exchange PPC fire.
Yeah, but
so-
someone's gonna come in and kick you if you're an assault mech.
Or hit you with the Gauss slug.
That doesn't Gauss. You still protected as well as normal with a Gauss. So
Huh.
Two ninjas. Two ninjas points about those rules like glancing blow and whatnot being really what you would want to use in the role playing game. I do tend to agree. It adds that level of flavor to. It really turns the tabletop game into more of a role playing game at that point.
I'd say if you're
but we're just playing a quick pick 'em up game.
Yeah,
I don't want this level of.
you can make
I don't want
it so
that level of
difficult that
crunch.
your head will spin. You're like, okay,
yeah,
you know,
'cause
we're
I'm
gonna
enjoying a fan of quirks, but if you're gonna do the role playing game, may as well go all the way and use the quirks.
yeah, and that's what we've done over time and stuff. The main problem and what you see very quickly is if you have the ability to purchase a quirk weapon that's a +1 medium laser, you're going to spend those character points to buy all of the +1 medium. You're going to have all Martel medium lasers, and they're all going to rock all the time. And so your mech now is essentially, if you have 4 medium lasers and that's each one of them was a +4, I mean, that's 400
Lay
character
down.
points.
Lay down.
all
Lay
right,
down.
we're
Hey.
gonna leave it.
Hey.
We're gonna leave it at that.
Okay,
It is
I'll go
getting late, and I do
somewhere.
have to. Crap, there's a VP visit tomorrow at work. That is going to be a day. So yeah, we're
Oh, yeah.
basically at the end point of the stream, anyways. I'm going to tomorrow is the second part of the Light Mech videos series, but we're skipping next week. Next week is not going to be a video about light mechs. I've had someone who said like the protomech autocannons, why are they bad? So I'm doing a video on the protomech autocannons. Why are they bad?
What if an autocannon just didn't have range and it was also still only did 2
I mean,
damage?
the pack 2 is the least worst of the bunch because the comparatives are as close as you can.
Why
The
don't they
pack
just give a
4
guy a
is the
suicide
pack 4
bomb?
is bad because the LAC 5 exists. The LAC 5 is better than the pack 4 in every single way. And the pack 8 exists because they wanted a third gun in the series. And we've noticed that the Battle
Pack
Armor LBX is a better gun than all of them.
I think there's only one protomech that even uses the pack 2. The other two just
Yeah, I mean,
aren't
they're
used.
not
So they
protomech
made these
weapons,
guns for
they're too big.
protomechs and then didn't use them
Like
for
the-
protomechs.
The smallest one
And-
is 3.5 tons. You're not going to put that on a protomech.
And the whole thing with the protomechs is crazy anyways, because your pilot's going to be a vegetable. I mean, why would you develop something that's
let's not get into that right
mean,
now
you know,
because that could
it's
be a long
The
time.
Trueborn
I mean, you
Warrior
know, it's
failed
like
his
the whole
piloting
plan way of things.
test,
Okay,
so we're putting him
we have
in
an
this.
18-year process where we can kill the cadet at any time. Great.
Then yeah, I've got that protomech gun video just because someone commented on it, and I think it's a good idea because I do bring it up every once in a while. I'm not going to do a full video on why improved jump jets are not good though, but maybe we'll have a discussion on that at some point as well. Other terrible technologies for mechs, because there's a few. So tomorrow, like I said, there's a light mech video coming out. It's the historical mechs of the Age of War, basically. So it's the early light mechs and seeing like evolution in that particular bracket, which is actually quite fun to see. They did do that very well, I believe. So I thank everybody for watching. I will see everybody maybe on the video tomorrow if you're watching the video tomorrow or whatever. And thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.